know you're somewhere.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Cancer, you guys got Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you, number 52. I personally feel like they're kind of letting you guys know that anything that bothers you, that if there's something here that's like not okay, instead of like presenting to people that everything's fine, you can actually just be yourself and say like, you know, this isn't okay, or I don't really like this, or yeah, this is a problem for me. Like, I feel like that's the magic that should be working through you. Like, maybe this is about people pleasing or always being like, everything's fine, everything's okay. It's one or the other, right? It's like you're trying to make sure everyone's fine, and in that you're not really fine, but like it's like you're putting your feelings to the back burner and you're pretending like everything's cool when it's not. Another thing I'm getting is like, if you're not doing that, then it's one or the other, yeah. So it's like you're not okay, but you put on a facade that you are, or you do things for others when you're not really okay with it. So it's kind of like, yeah, can you drop this off at the mailbox for me? And can you go to the post office for me? And can you do this for me and that for me? And you're like, no. Instead of saying like, no, I don't want to do that, or no, I'm busy, you're like, oh yeah, sure, it's fine. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh sure, fine. Like, okay, fine. Like, and I don't know why you feel the need or like the obligation to like please others right now, Cancer, but that's kind of the vibe here. It's like, with magic working through you, you're the only one that can like make a change for yourself. You're the only one that can say or put your foot down and say like, oh, I don't want to do that, or oh, this doesn't make me happy. Or instead of trying to like make people believe that everything's okay in your life, you can say like, you know what, I'm having a shitty day, I'm not doing shit, and that's it. I don't know where you're falling in this boat, but for some of you, I feel like it's like just doing things to please people, and for others of you, it's like you're not doing anything to please them, but you're not telling them that you're upset. So you're pretending like everything's okay, and that's also not right. So that's kind of what I'm getting with this, Cancer. Let's pull more and see what it is that's like actually bothering you. Because there's something that's like not okay, for sure. But you're just like pretending, I feel. Yeah, so Cancer, you see what I'm saying? Like, 5 of Cups in reverse is like you're showing the world that like everything's okay, but meanwhile you have the 10 of Wands here, which is like you're done. You're like you're about to implode. You know what I mean? Like you're exploding. You're just like, fuck this. I'm actually agitated. I'm actually upset. Like there's something actually bothering you, but you're like not saying anything about it. You're kind of like keeping it very quiet. We have the Sage out here. This could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. I kind of feel like this is the person you're dealing with. I feel like you're the Maiden in reverse. It's like you are just happy on your path, doing your own thing. Something comes your way, and instead of like addressing it, you're just like, everything's fine. Everything's okay. I'm fine. I think this has to do with like childlike, something from your childhood, like, you know, when we people please, or we pretend like everything's okay, or we wear a mask. That's something that like maybe we learned in childhood, you know, like to be, so that, you know, I definitely know this is something stemming from childhood, where you do this, where you're like, oh, everything's fine when it's really not, or you wear a mask, or, you know, you try to like do favors for everybody and make everybody feel okay with you, but meanwhile, like you don't want to do any of these things. So there's definitely something happening right now, Cancer, where they're kind of like, it's time to stop doing this shit. It's time to stop doing this shit. And I don't know where this Sage comes in with this, because like they're coming up next to what's triggering you. So I kind of feel like they have something to do with it. It could be everybody right now bothering you. It could be just one specific person. But I'm just getting it. I kind of feel like it's everybody. Like it's all around. And then this person is like making it worse on top of it. And you who were like ready to go on your path, and you who were feeling like really confident and ready to go, now you're just like, where am I going? But the reality is like you're still going. You're still on your way. You're still on this path. The only thing is like you think that you're not because of like what's going on around you. And I feel like this is like one of those mistakes that you can make very easily, where it's like, don't let other people dictate your energy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of you guys, whether it's like a lot of people are asking you to do shit for you and you don't have the time and you're getting stressed out, or maybe you just like, a lot of people depend on you and you're feeling the anxiety from that. I kind of feel like it's everything. Like it's people around you, it's this specific person, the Sage in reverse. We're going to pull more on them. But yeah, they're triggering you and you don't want to say anything. And I think it's time to speak. I think it's time to talk. Or maybe just get yourself out of these people's way. Like, you know, like just moving away, moving out of your, you know, if you're living with these people, it's like moving out, you know what I mean? But it's definitely this energy of like, well, you don't have to take this actually, Cancer. You can actually do something different. Instead of taking it, or instead of people pleasing, or instead of, you know, pretending like things are fine, or wearing the mask, whichever one you fall into, maybe it's like, let's do things differently, which is what they're presenting to you here at the end. So I want to see who the Sage is, because I kind of feel like they're part of the problem. Coming up next to the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so you're dealing with, again, this could be a father figure, or this could be like a boyfriend or a person that you like, whatever. We have the Emperor with the main male with the courthouse. The courthouse is like when you have to make very big decisions in life, when you have to, you know, you only go to the courthouse to do something very serious, right? Like the courthouse is no joke. Like you don't just go to the courthouse to, you know, talk about nothing. Like the courthouse, shit goes down, right? So I feel like that could be what's happening in this person's life. Like shit could be going down. They have to make decisions in their life, whatever. This masculine energy though, coming up as Sage in reverse, is kind of letting me know that I don't think they mean to be toxic, but they kind of are being toxic at this point. Again, like they're coming up in such good energy with like the official person, which is the Emperor, the main male. They're coming up with a lot of shit. So like a lot of positive things, a lot of positive court cards, right? So this is positive energy, but then they're coming up as the Sage in reverse. So they could be going through something kind of serious right now with the courthouse. Maybe they have to sign some sort of paper. Maybe they're getting a divorce, whatever it is, right? Like the courthouse is here to show that this person is going through some sort of stress. And for some reason, this stress is triggering you, right? So maybe, again, this could be someone in your family who's like, they have a lot of things on their mind. They have a lot of things to take care of. And they're just like, I need your help with this. Or it could be, different. It could be like, this is someone you're talking to and they're going through a lot of shit and they have a lot on their mind and it's like triggering you again. Whatever it is that's like affecting you about this person, I see it's like their business. Courthouse is like, it's their business. Whatever they're doing, it's their business, but it's somehow affecting you. And I don't feel like it has to be that way, Cancer. Maybe you just have to kind of distance yourself from this person. Maybe it's like telling this person no. Or like, let's see what it is specifically that this person's doing that's like affecting you. I get like they just have a lot of stress maybe right now. Again, maybe they have to sign some papers. Maybe it's not a divorce. Like whatever it is, maybe it's business. I don't know. Courthouse again is like they're signing papers or doing something serious, right? So I just don't understand why it's like stressing you out. Because obviously with the Maiden in reverse, it's stressing you out. Yeah, I'm getting like whatever the truth is that this person needs to see, they will see it. Yeah, this person's gonna see the truth. This person that you're dealing with, they're gonna see the truth. Maybe they've been negligent, like maybe, okay, it's like either they've been depending on you too much and overworking you, like if it's a family member or somebody, like it's just too much, or it's a boss, like it's just, you know, they're over depending on you to like do things and they see that. I think it's like, the Hierophant's coming up. The Hierophant could be family. I see it more as like, you know why I see it as family? Because tradition, like, you know, when you're in a traditional family, there's certain rules that you have to do. So it's like, oh, like I have to cook and I have to clean because I'm the female. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of traditional households, that's like the dynamic. So maybe this person is just over depending on you for like a lot of things in the house if this is family. And if this is somebody that like you are dating or you want to be with, then it's like they're over dependent on you maybe initiating or maybe talking, or like again, or you're like the one holding the strings to this relationship together. Like if you didn't give a fuck, there wouldn't be any relationship because they're not doing anything. They're coming up as King of Coin in reverse, King of Cup in reverse. So I feel like they've kind of like been MIA a little bit. And I think they're gonna see that though. That's the thing. I think they're gonna see that. Like after whatever this is, this courthouse, whatever this stress is on this person, after this is done, they're gonna see that they've kind of been negligent towards you. Like they haven't been putting a lot of effort in. They haven't been putting a lot of work in themselves. I think they're going to see that, and that's why you're unhappy. So I definitely see this person seeing the truth. Because I see here, that's what's triggering you. Like the fact that this person is not, they're not giving you much right now. Page of Coins in reverse is like, you're not giving me shit. Again, same principle though, is like, don't please this person. Like if somebody's not treating you the way you need to be treated, that's why they saying like magic works through you. Like you have every right and all the capability and like everything to move forward, to move on, to do what you need to do for yourself. If that means that you have to detach from this person, detach. If that means you move out from your house, you move out from your house. Whatever you need to do to like keep sane and keep moving forward. But I see it's like, it's just affecting you. So whatever this person's doing is affecting you to the point where you're just like, fuck. Either you're going to keep pleasing them and stay in the house and just do whatever like they ask you to do, and you're never going to say anything, you're going to wear a mask, or you're not going to tell this person how you feel, and you're not, you know, whatever it is. I feel like it's like you feel kind of stuck or bound, and like they're telling you like, don't feel like that. Like you're the one in power right now. Why do I say you're the one in power? Because if this person needs your help for so many things, or they're, let's just say like it's not family and it's romance, and they're relying on you to like initiate conversations, and they're relying on you to like keep the relationship together, then like you are technically the one in power, right? Because you're the one that holds the strings. And I feel like if you were to just walk away or not put effort into this, then maybe that would help them see like, you know what, like it's true. Like if Cancer's not the one texting me, then I don't text them. And if Cancer's not the one initiating us to see each other, then it's like, then we don't see each other, and it's kind of shitty on my part. Like I'm not really being an equal partner. So I feel like this should in no way stop you, but it's disheartening. That's the word. It's disheartening. It's like making you feel like, wow, like I put all my effort into this for what? Wow, I like put all my eggs in this basket for what? So I feel like you kind of feel betrayed. You feel like, you know, like everything was going good and now it's not. Yeah, I feel like you might even walk away. Like you're just be like, you know what, like I don't really have time for this. I don't really have time for these games or whatever you're doing. I know you're busy. I know you have a life and shit, but like I'm here, right? And I might walk away. And I feel like that's when this person kind of notices like, yeah, they haven't really been putting in effort. They haven't really been trying. Yeah, it's like I can't be the only one putting in work. I can't be the only one that's like trying to see you. I can't be the only one. Whatever it is, it's like I'm tired. Like I'm tired of being the only one. Like I want to work. I mean, this could be, again, Six of Cups can be family in a sense, but I kind of see it more as a relationship vibe. It's like, you know what? I can't be the only one putting in effort. Look how I'm feeling. And person in reverse is like, it's making you feel like you've lost your power. It's making you feel like you know, and that's not how you want to feel in this relationship, like powerless and like the control, you know, it's all gone and everything. Like what was the point of this? Like that's how they're making you feel though, because they're so busy tending to whatever it is that they're tending to. So yes, they are busy. Yes, they are like very, very busy at this time. There is something going on where they're very busy with the courthouse. I get that. And it's a 5 for them. So it's like, it has nothing to do with you in a sense, whatever this courthouse decision is, but it's affecting so much of them and their time and their energy towards you. So I just kind of feel like you're going to be like, you know what? I see them seeing the truth, or maybe this is you speaking the truth. I don't know. But I think it's them seeing the truth once you start to like put your foot down here. So maybe that's all it is, like putting your foot down. Yeah, I feel like you're just confused at like what the fuck happened here. Like what happened here. And it has nothing to do with you in a sense. I feel like it has a lot to do with them and like whatever they're giving time to. Do you guys want to know what the courthouse is? I mean, I kind of feel like it's... Oh God, I hate to tell you guys this, but it could be like another person maybe they have to get a divorce with. Like maybe they're divorcing somebody, maybe they're in the process of divorcing somebody, maybe they're just dealing with somebody from the past right now, because I'm getting a lot of like court cards of feminine energy, which is like it could have been someone they were married to in the past, someone that's coming in to apologize for something in the past. And maybe that's like why this is like, maybe that's why you're feeling like what the fuck's going on with this person, where are they going? Maybe that's, again, they could be divorcing somebody. That could be as simple as that. There's definitely some shit going down though in their lives right now that's like occupying their time, right? That's just what it is. Occupying their time, making you feel like, well, I guess we're not starting new. I guess we're not going forward. I mean, Fool in reverse is like, I guess we're not, you know, this is nothing to you. And you're confused, obviously, because it's like, where did all the time and work go that we were putting into this relationship. Now I'm feeling like the Empress in reverse. Now I'm feeling like the needy partner. Why is the Five of Wands in reverse here? Like, if you don't see this person putting in effort, you're going to walk away. Yeah. Especially if it has to do with somebody else. Especially if it has to do with somebody else. Like, if they are literally deciding between you and somebody else, then you're going to be like, okay, choose that person. Like, I'm out. I don't give a fuck. And if that's not the case, then I think with the courthouse here, it's like, it doesn't even matter. It's like, if they don't choose this other person and they do choose me, but they didn't fathom to communicate this to me. Like, let's just say, like, this person's been hitting them up and they didn't want to let you know, or they didn't want to let you know that they were, like, you know, in this, like, deciding energy. Whatever it is that's here that maybe they're not expressing to you, that's what's going to be, like, the catalyst for you just being like, you know what, I don't need this. Again, you could have just told me that was what was going on. All I needed to see was effort on your part, and we could have made this work. But because you wanted to be silent and because you didn't want to say anything, like, look at me. Like, look at you. You're like, I'm out. This is the thing. I don't want you guys to play into this person's hand, which is like, let's just say that they're deciding between you and somebody else, right? Because it kind of seems like that's what's going on. Seven of Swords and the Lovers. It's like they need to make a decision and they're not letting you know that. Maybe they have somebody in the past here. Maybe it's about this divorce. Whatever this shit is here that is taking up their time and energy. I kind of feel like it could have to do with an ex or like a divorce or an ex-spouse, whatever. They're like not letting you know that. You know what I mean? They're not telling you like somebody else is coming into the picture. They're not telling you that like this other person is involved and that's why it's so hard. They're not saying that. And in that, they're just being, that's sneaky energy, right? Like not being honest about something. So this could be you, Queen of Wands, like just choosing to move on. Like, I don't have time for this shit. I'm single and I don't have time for this shit. It could also be like they have to make a decision between a karmic and you. Or like, yeah, it's like whatever it is, like they have to make a choice. And it's like you could choose to do things correctly and choose to like just be honest about what's going on, or you could lie and just deflect. Whatever it is, you make those decisions. And I feel like they're not making the right decision right now. Like they're not communicating to you what's going on. Their time's being taken up and they're not saying anything. They're just kind of like disappearing slowly, and you're just like about had it. But you're not saying anything to them. You're just kind of pretending like everything's okay, and it's not. This could be their energy. Like they're pretending everything's okay and it's not. Like maybe that's like the burden I've been seeing here. Maybe it's not even you, it's them. It's like some shit's going down and I don't even know how to explain it to Cancer. Like maybe it's reversed, this energy. Whoever it is, it's like this person has to decide. You know what I mean? They have to decide. Ugh, it's not looking good, Cancer. Here's like, you know, being single and not going forward versus going forward, you know what I mean? And actually putting work into this relationship. They have to make that decision. I feel like it's up in the air. They're kind of saying like right now we don't even know what they're going to decide. Like this person doesn't even know what they're going to decide. Like it's up in the air. Because every time I ask them what's going to happen here, they just keep giving me, again, like this person has to choose, this person has to choose. They're not telling me what this person decides. They're giving me like both ends of the spectrums and like not an actual decision. So maybe this is you that has to decide, like, or are you just going to like stop talking to this person because they're busy and they're, you know, they're not talking to you about shit and they're not being honest about what's going on. They might have an ex coming back in and they're kind of disappearing. Like maybe that's just your suspicion. Maybe that's not the truth. But I mean, again, it kind of seems like they are going through some sort of divorce here. Maybe they didn't even tell you they were married. Like whatever it is that's going on here, it's definitely not putting you at ease. It's definitely making you feel kind of dumb. It's like, okay, like why did I think like everything was perfect between us if like everything's actually a disaster? And it's all this person's fault, to be honest, because all this person had to do was communicate like what the fuck was going on. So it's kind of frustrating. But they keep wanting you to know that like this begins and ends with you. Like again, maybe it's your decision. Like, do you want to leave this person behind because of like the shadiness that they're doing now? Or do you want to like try with this person? Like maybe it's up to you, this decision. maybe you're leaving it up to them and it should be up to you. That's another thing. Like maybe you're leaving it up to them. Like, oh, like I don't know if they're gonna choose me or not. Maybe it's like, maybe the choice is just yours and you don't have to like leave the power in their hands. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone's gonna choose. This is interesting about this read. It could be you that chooses to put this burden down and just kind of walk away from all this shit. And I also get it could be them that like chooses to walk away from this past burden and start new with you. So I'm getting like there's a lot of energy here and there's a lot of things in the air. It could be like you choosing to just walk away and being like, okay, the magic works through me, the power is within me. Like I don't have to sit here and take this. I could just, you know, get up and leave. And I feel like, or I could just say something and say like, you know what, I'm not accepting this behavior. And if this is the way you're going to act, then like, you know, call me when you're done with the shit, or don't call me ever again. Like whatever you decide to do, that's the magic working through you. And maybe it's the same message to them. Like they don't have to be stuck in this conflict with this ex or conflict, whatever this courthouse is that's like taking up their time. Maybe all they have to do is like make a decision. And I feel like hermit mode would be really like a really helpful thing for both of you guys, like going within and trying to figure out what's going on. So for a lot of you guys, maybe you don't want to leave this person behind and it's just your ego that's telling you like, oh my God, I'm jealous. You know what I mean? Oh, I feel some sort of way. And maybe for them, it's like similar. Like maybe they don't want you to see them weak or indecisive. So they're just not saying anything. That's also not a good decision. So again, I think a lot of the wheel's going to turn for both of you. At least it should be. And it's when you guys both decide to put your burdens down. So maybe both of you have to do something here. Like you have to decide to stand up for yourself and they have to decide to stand up for themselves. Like maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe you both have to get into your energy, like your powerful energy. And that's what's going to turn the wheel for both of you. But yeah, all I'm getting with this Cancer is like things are more in your hands than you think they're. Like the energy and the powers are in your hands and it's in their hands. Like again, just how they could be communicating to you about something very easily and simply, that gives them power, but they choose not to. And just how like you can say like, I don't like this energy, I don't like what's going on here, I'm upset. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like we have the power to communicate our feelings and needs, and we have the power to just walk away as well. I don't feel like walking away is going to solve anything for either of you. So I feel like the real thing here is like, are you guys going to like step in your power and communicate effectively about like what the fuck's going on here and how you're both feeling? Yeah, they could be getting divorced, and that's just all this is. They could be dealing with this ex, whatever it is. They're definitely dealing with this problem. Maybe they just don't want you to know. The reality is like, you either talk straight up to Cancer, or you don't. Like now you're feeling some sort of way, Cancer, because they're not literally letting you know what's going on, and they have a choice right now to kind of. I mean, maybe they'll decide. Yeah, I mean, they have two choices. They have a pathway. They have a choice. Exactly. They have a choice. Like, they have the choice to walk away and see things for what they really are and to get rid of this other person, or they can stay and be unhappy. So I feel like they're not a dumb person. They know, like, that it's kind of up to them as well as it's up to you. But it's like, what are you both going to do? I feel like a lot of you guys are just giving your power away and, like, waiting around for this person to make a decision. Maybe all you have to do is like say, you know what, like when you figure shit out, let me know. You know what I mean? My main thing here though is like both of you guys have to let go of your burdens. Like if this person is a burden to you, then let them go. And if they're dealing with an ex that's a burden to them, let them go. How you two come together at the end of the day, maybe that'll be at a later point in time. But right now it's like they're hurting you by just being, you know, by not saying much and just by like not really telling you what's going on, and you're hurting yourself by like sticking around. So I feel like the solution to both of these problems is both of you guys getting into your power and doing what's best for you at this time. If the best thing for this person right now is to get a divorce and clear their mind and maybe not talk to you about it and just figure shit out, then that's the best thing for them. And if the best thing for you right now is to disassociate from this person because they're going through a divorce, then that's the best thing for you. Do you know what I'm saying? But like both of you guys have power right now. It's just like you're giving it away for dumb reasons. Let's pull you guys some advice. Yeah, I like that you guys got surrounded, Debbie. The Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. I think right now, like, judgment calls need to be made, right? And they're talking about how they're kind of saying the opposite, like, right? Like, if you have unconditional love, then you don't judge a person. I think that this person right here has unconditional love for their ex-partner, right? So they're trying not to judge this person from the past. But the reality is that this relationship is over, right? Like, you don't have to judge this person. You can forgive them and move on with your life, right? But there's something about, like, this ex that's very toxic for them. And I think it's kind of like, it makes them kind of feel powerless in a sense. But what they don't realize is, like, you don't have to judge somebody. Like, you could love somebody and not judge them, right? But, like, judgment like, that's the thing, like, judgment has to be made on this like, in this courthouse decision, in this decision to be with the ex or not, in this decision to divorce, whatever, you have to place judgment. And when you love someone, it's really hard to judge somebody, right? It's really hard to say, like, oh, you know, you did this to me in the past and you did this to me in the past. And that could be, like, the card that this person's playing. Like, their ex is like, oh, well, you know, we love each other, so we shouldn't hurt each other. Like, you know, oh, I cheated on you. Well, you know, like, you shouldn't be insecure. Like, I just feel people flipping the page here. Like, flipping from, like, being, oh, well, you shouldn't be judgmental. Oh, like, it's all bullshit at the end of the day. Like, at the end of the day, right? If you love somebody, right? And you care about them, right? You shouldn't be hurting them, right? And if you are hurting them, you should just let them go. And I think that your person, whoever you're dealing with, knows that deep down, but they're getting, like, mind fucked. Just how, like, I kind of got into, like, a circle here with this judgment and love. I feel like that's what's going on for them. But I think they've been dealing with a toxic partner, and they know that they have to put that burden away, and they know that they have to get rid of this person, and it's just really hard for them to work through that, right? Now, you, on the other hand, I think you really have a lot of care for this person. You don't want to judge them, but, like, at the end of the day, you have to be smart about what you're doing, Cancer. And just because, like, you decide to, like, tell this person what it is, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Like, oh, this is pissing me off. Like, oh, this is not fair to me. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And again, I think you're like, well, if I'm not, like, the quiet and, like, you know, like, complacent person, they're gonna leave my life. Cancer, it's time to, like, stand up for yourself. Just like it's them, like, you don't have to mind fuck yourself here, right? And they shouldn't be mind fucking themselves here with this ex as well. Both of you guys have to get on, like, the same page where it's, like, communicating what you need and telling somebody what you need. And if they can't meet that, they're not fitting that bill, then you need to walk away. Like, that's just the reality of life, right? And we don't have to feel bad, and we don't have to be so empathic about, like, oh, but how does this person feel? No, how do you feel, right? How do you feel? Yeah, you might love this person and you don't want to leave them behind. But yeah, they might love their ex and they don't want to leave their ex behind. But the reality is, them and their ex don't work. That's why they're getting a divorce, or that's why they're trying to, like, rid themselves of this person. And for you, if this isn't working for you, because this person has, like, turned their attention to somebody else, then it's the same message for you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, how could we give this person that message and not you the same message, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I feel like, yeah, love is a beautiful thing, but, like, you have to be realistic about, like, what it is that you want. And if you're not getting what you want from this person, then it's time to kind of, like, make a decision and maybe even walk away. And it's the same thing for this person. Like, you're both going through the same lesson, which is, like, in a different way, which is weird, but it's the truth. So yeah, Cancer, this reading took, like, all the energy out of me. I love you. Hope it made sense, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.